Hi viewers, welcome to another edition of Marie Clinic Live. How are you today? I remain your host, Moralaya. Thank you so much for joining us today on this edition of Marie Clinic Live. I would like to say a big thank you to all our new subscribers, all our returning subscribers. Thank you so much for always joining us on this edition of Marie Clinic Live. So a few days ago, I did a video on what men want from their wife and they will never tell you. So a few days ago, I did a video today, on what men want. I'm going to be doing another topic which I have titled What Women Want from their men or from their husband, which normally they won't tell you. So this one is what women want. Now, I want you to know that no woman is naturally wicked or naturally mean or just coming to marry bent on, dealing with the man or showing the man shaggy. Something must have transpired. A lot must have happened for a woman to get to that point whereby she doesn't care anymore and she's bent on just doing tit for tat in that marriage. So I want us to look at the things women want, what women want. If you can know these things as a man, I tell you, you are going to win with your wife and you are going to get the best and the best and the best of behaviors from her. Now, these 12 things have been proven to be very, very useful. Couples that have been in marriages for 40 years, 50 years can attest to this, that these are very vital points or ingredients that a man needs to understand about his woman or about his wife for you to succeed in that marriage. So, what do women want? Now, number one, every woman, and I mean every woman, no matter how financially independent she is or secured, every woman wants a man that can fend and provide for the home. Yes, that is the honest truth. Now, women believe that men, it is the duty of men to provide, even though I believe that it's not the sole duty of a man to provide, because we all know what is happening in the world economy. Whatever part of this world you live in, you will realize that economies of the world are becoming tougher. Inflation is on the increase. So it's becoming increasingly impossible for just one person to single-handedly fund the home, except you have a thriving business or a very good career as a man that can single-handedly handle all your bills for running the home. Otherwise, you will still need support from your spouse, from your partner. And that is why I believe that as a woman you should also assist the man. But every woman wants a man who can fend for the home and provide. See, even if you lose your job as a man, she wants to see the effort you are making to at least do something, to still bring in something, to still bring in, no matter how little, then she can add to it. But when she sees that you are the type that you are laid back, you don't even care how she eats in the house, you don't care how the children feed at home, then she will be accumulating resentment in her heart towards you, that by the time you say one, she will give it to you in 10 dimensions and you'll be wondering, what? Is this the woman I married? Yes, that is the woman you married. Is the situation of things that have pushed her, to that point. So I want you to know that as a man, you can't afford to be a lazy man. You can't afford to be a laid back man. You can't afford to be the type of man that is exploitative, that relies solely on what your wife brings to the table for you guys to survive. I mean, you should make some effort, no matter how little. Even if you lose your job, because I keep hearing some men saying, oh, I lost my job at some point so I couldn't fend. Even if you lose your job, you can still look for petty things to do. You can still try, even if it's daily jobs, go and do some daily job that will fetch you little money just to add to the effort your wife is making. Now, when you do all of this, there is no way the woman will not have some sense of security in her heart that this my husband is really trying, even though his job looks unstable now, but he's making effort. She can see your effort, and that way her mind will be rest assured that all will be well. It's just a matter of time. Another thing women want, your wife wants from you as a man, is that every woman wants a man that listens to her. Every wife wants a husband that listens to her. See, no woman likes it when their husband don't listen to them. Like when she's trying to tell you something, you are not listening. When she's giving you advice, you are not listening. I tell you, when you go out there and goof, or you go to town and make a costly mistake, she will close her eyes and throw her face, to the north or to the south, and pretend as if she doesn't even know you from anywhere. That is the truth. Why? Because she has been telling you, hey, my dear, don't let us do it this way. I think this might be a better way. My dear, why not hear me out on this one? If especially when she has been making an attempt to tell you these things over and over again and you are not listening, hey, when the repercussion comes, see, I tell you, she will leave you to be the only one to face that repercussion in full time. And when that happens, some of these men will start saying, my wife, she's very wicked. She's a wicked wife. She's a wicked woman. It's not as if she's wicked. It's because over time she must have been telling you, my dear, don't let us do it that way. But you did not listen. You don't listen to your wife. How do you want her to be happy with you if you don't listen to her? If you don't hear her out, you can hardly communicate together as husband and wife. She feels like she's bottling up a lot of things she should be saying to you. She's trying to communicate. She's trying to say some things to you, but you shut her up. You shun her. You make her feel like, what is she saying? You, this small girl. How can you, this small girl, be advising me? I've been born, 2 generations before you were born. That is how some men reason. Some men will say, oh, you are our last born. You are age mate. Even our last born is older than you. So which advice do you have in your mouth to give to me? Hey, no. See, women are intuitive in nature. There are some things their mind will be telling them that this thing may bring us trouble. And if you don't listen to her and eventually trouble comes, she will leave you to face the music full time. And that is why it's good for us to listen to our wife. Listen to your wife. Listen to her. Communicate with her so that you can know what is on her mind. Now, another thing every wife wants from her husband is that, see, women don't like it when they have a husband that disrespects them or verbally abuse them. See, the same way men loves respect, and the same way respect is like energy for men, that is the same way respect is like motivation for a woman. When you respect a woman, you are motivating her to do more. You are motivating her to go out of her way to do much more for you when you respect her. You need to respect her. You cannot afford to be talking down at your wife. You can't be abusing your wife. Talk less of raising your hands, to beat her, physically abusing her. No woman, and I tell you, no woman would like that. No matter how much she loves suffering and hardship, when you start raising your hand against her to beat her, or you start verbally abusing her, I hear some people, telling me, oh, my husband calls me a prostitute, a whore, and I'm wondering, excuse me, the woman you married and the woman you are sleeping with every day, you are calling her all those kind of names. Some will even say, my husband calls me Satan, devil, and I'm like, what? That is ridiculous. You can't be calling your wife all those names and you would not expect that she will act out, that devilish scenario for you. She will act it out. You can't be calling her witch, calling her this, calling her that, and you expect her to be in her best behavior and be like a saint. She's still human, and you need to acknowledge this. So you should not be the one bringing out the worst in your wife. You should know how to respect her. Don't say, she's just a wife, so it's whatever I say she should follow. Don't be a dictator in your home. So long you have gone to marry her, please carry her along. Respect her views. Even if you feel her views does not make sense, still listen to her. Hey, no, don't disturb mama. So still listen to her. I mean, every woman likes to be respected. They don't like a man that disrespect them. So like I said, no verbal abuse, no physical abuse. You must respect your wife. Now, another point, calm down, don't do that. Another point, she's here again, always wanting to feature. Okay, so another point that I would like to talk about that every wife, likes from their husband is that every woman loves a man that helps out in the house. Yes, see, me as I am, I always love it, and I'm always happy when my husband helps me out, because see, it's not easy to be a woman, because there is so much you are trying to do. You take care of the kids, you take care of the home. At times when I wake up in the morning till maybe in the evening, I may not sit down, I may not have any rest. Why? Because I'm trying to sort this out, trying to sort that out, trying to sort out their cooking, their soup, their food, their meal for the week, trying to do a lot of things. So when my husband comes back like that and he gives a helping hand and he assists, I'm always happy, even if it means assisting with the kids so that she can focus on what she's doing in the kitchen. I tell you, she will appreciate it. But when you leave everything to her, she's struggling with the children, battling with how to keep them calm, and she's still running to the kitchen to check what she's cooking. She's still battling with what she's doing in the house. Take this one. There is no way she will not feel fagged out. There is no way she will not feel like, oh yeah, right, ABC for mama, yeah. So there's no way she will not feel exhausted. And that is why at times, after a woman has gone through a hard day's, chores or job, when a man is now saying, oh yeah, sex, that is why some of them feel nauseated, irritated, like, excuse me, can't you see that I've been working since morning? But when you are assisting her as she's doing it, you're telling her, my dear, well done. Let me assist you. What can I do for you? Anything you see that she hasn't done, you can help her out. I'm not saying you should cook, but maybe to help with the dishes, to help with the garbage bins. There is always something to help out with in the house. It could even be to help her out, to beat the kids early in the morning, so that our work will be reduced or our chores will be reduced. Try and do that for her and see if she will not naturally love you. She herself will naturally go out of her way to do things for you without you asking her to do it for you. Every woman wants a man that helps out at home with the chores, with the kids, with home keeping. She likes it. And at times you might even need to help her out, with the car as well. For example, when it comes to cleaning the car, I'm not good at that. But once my husband sees that my car is dirty, he'll say, okay, I think now that I'm free, let me go sort out your car, take it to the car wash, or vacuum it for you. I mean, no woman won't like a man that is doing that for her. She will naturally gravitate towards such a man. She will naturally pray for such a man, and she will be willing to go out of her way to make sacrifices for him. But if you are the type that you see your wife doing all the chores and you throw your face away, or you are watching Manchester United, watching football, you don't care whether she's tired or slaving in the kitchen, then she will not care about you. She will not make any sacrifices for you. That is how some women are. So if we know this as men, it will be good for us, because I tell you, these are the things you will be that you need to be doing, that you will get the best out of your wife. Now, another thing is that women, they love men that are actively involved in the lives of their children. They love men that are actively involved in the lives of their children. They don't like it when a man is totally disconnected from the children, like he doesn't even know how the children are going to school, what they are doing in school, what is happening with them, who are their friends. No woman likes it, because the woman will be thinking like, am I the only one that gave birth to these children? How come he doesn't concern himself about these children? She start getting worried. She start feeling like, are you leaving everything to her? When that begins to happen. So you must be actively involved in the life of your children if you want your wife, to be at peace and to love you. Now, another point is the bedroom aspect. Now, a woman likes a man, or likes a situation whereby her husband is considerate of her in the bedroom, is considerate of her. Now, if you are the type that you are a selfish man, all you want during intercourse is that you alone just want to, enjoy the intercourse. Then before we know it, you come and you just leave her there hanging. I tell you, no woman likes that. No woman would, oh yeah, at this point, you need to calm down. No woman would, sorry for that. Once my daughter is around, she has a way of coming to intrude on what I'm doing. So no woman would like that, when all you do is to focus on yourself and you don't focus on her. So it is said that the best way to make your woman happy in the bedroom is to allow her to come first. Focus on her, let her come first. Then when she has come, then you can now come after. That is very important. You need to consider her in the bedroom. And please, let your romance start during the day. Let it start during the day. It's not the time that you want to have intercourse that you should start touching her. She wants to be touched. She wants to be touched during the day. She wants to be hugged. She wants that affection. She wants you to touch her as much as you can during the day. Don't wait until it's only time for intercourse before you touch your wife, before you hold her hands, before before you make her know that she's important and that she has blood running in her body. Because some men, they just leave their wife, they believe that because she's busy doing chores, then she doesn't need affection, she doesn't need chores. See, women like a man who is romantic, who is affectionate. So you need to show her affection. You need to show her that you love and care for her, and you touch her as much as you can. Now, another thing women want, that your wife wants, is that she wants reassurances. She wants reassurances. As a man, you must learn how to assure your wife and reassure her. You tell her, from time to time, you are the only one. You are the only cockroach in my cupboard. You are the only sugar in my tea. You are the only one. I don't have any other woman elsewhere. And make sure that is the truth. She needs reassurances, because see, if she doesn't get those reassurances, she may be thinking and suspecting that it's like this man is cheating on me. But when she gets those reassurances, and she can trust you when you say you are going to A destination, that is where she will find you. Not that you will say you are going to A and she will find you in Z destination. So those reassurances also help. Then she will be at peace. Her mind will be at rest that okay, she's dealing, with the right man. Now, another thing women want, every woman wants a faithful, Sorry, every woman, yes, every woman wants a faithful husband, a husband that is faithful, not a community, what do they call it? Is it community husband or community PP? Not someone that is sleeping around. All the ladies in the street and in the town, have encountered him. No woman wants that. Every woman wants a faithful husband. So how faithful are you, to your wife? Are you the type that is always cheating on her? You cannot be cheating on her and expect the best behavior from her. So you need to learn how to be faithful to your wife, because if you are not faithful, then she will tell herself, maybe I don't even have a husband yet, let me to start looking out, or she will start thinking of so many other things, and you cannot get the best out of her that way. Now, I think the 10th one is every woman loves a prayerful and God-fearing man. Every woman loves a prayerful and God-fearing man. Now, you as a man, don't say only women pray. You yourself, you have to be prayerful. You have to be God-fearing. You have to learn to bring your family together, pray together, have devotion together as much as you can, maybe before you go to sleep, or even if you don't have time in the morning due to work, anytime you are free, even if it's weekend, call them together, pray together. She likes it when she's saying that, because then you are putting her mind at rest. You are giving her reassurances that, okay, she has a responsible man around her. Now, another thing women want is that they want a man that appreciates them. See, no woman likes it when you treat her like a slave, or you feel that after all, it's your duty to take care of the children, to fix the dinner, to fix the food. It's your duty to do chores. No woman likes that. It's no one's duty. It's just a sense of responsibility that makes us, do all those things, because we know that the home must run. So we have to get all those things done to make the home run, to make our marriages work. So while she's doing it, don't say, it's her duty. Appreciate her. At times when my husband comes back and he sees that, I've cooked, I've done all of that, he would appreciate me. He would say, thank you there for all you do. Thank you for taking out time to cook, because he knows that some women don't cook. That is the truth. There are some women, they will never cook. They will look for, I don't know, either they will be telling their husband, let's go and eat in restaurant, or they will just look for one thing. The man will be eating burger or eating all manner. But when you have a woman that takes time out to cook, to make sure there is food in the house, and make sure that everyone eats well, appreciate her. If you have a woman that keeps the home keeping, she keeps the home clean, appreciate her. Tell her thank you. Appreciate her for all she does. And don't forget the important dates in her life, like her birthday, her parents' birthday. You cannot afford to forget those dates. You need to celebrate her on those days and reach out to her, on those days. That is very important. And the last one, please, I will always say this, the 12th point. I will always say this. As men, I said earlier that we need to listen to our wife. But see, you also, apart from listening to her, you need to be into her. I mean, you need to become part of her life, part of her plans. You need to be the kind of man that supports her dreams, that supports, her life aspiration. What is she dreaming of? What does she want to become? Is she thinking of furthering her education, starting a business? Even if you cannot afford to put down all the money, in your own little way, encourage her. You encourage her. Even if you don't have all the money, everything is not money. words of encouragement, my dear. What if you do it like this? What if you get this done? What if you do it like that? That's one thing I also appreciate my husband for. There's nothing I'm doing that he will not come and chip in and advise or say, okay, what do you need to make this thing successful, or to make it move to the next level? If I say, okay, these are the things I need, he will say, okay, I may not have the money to get everything now, but as I'm getting my pay, I will be getting them one after the other, one after the other. And just like that, before we know it, over 3 months or over 6 months, you would have helped to get everything. So when you are doing that for a woman, there is no way the woman will not see you as, no, this one, no, I cannot do without him. That is the honest truth. But when you are maltreating her, you don't care what she becomes or who she becomes or whatever it is she's doing. You are not interested. You are not treating her well. You are not treating her right. I tell you, that is when you see a wicked version of the woman you married. So I'm going to stop there because those are the 12 points. So I'm also going to say this for the women as well. Please, now that the men know that these are the things you want, please and please, it's also always good for you to communicate these things to your man. You know, let them know that, my dear, I think this one, I think you can do better in this area. I think this is what you do that I don't like. Rather than you bottling up, you know, and using it to behave badly towards your husband, I don't think that is the best. It's good to communicate. Let them know what they are doing that is not right. Let them know what they are doing that you don't like. And the honest truth is, a man cannot provide everything for you. A man cannot make available all that you need. Why? Because he's not El Shaddai. He is not God. So you yourself, the little you have or whatever you can do to make ends meet or to have extra in your hand so that you too will have money to spend, the money that you can use for yourself, for anything that you want, and you can use for your children, try and do something to earn it. And you know, don't make it look like, oh, he has to provide everything, and if he doesn't provide it, it will be fight, it will be hell loose. You are being unrealistic that way. And don't forget, love is not just a feeling. Love is not a feeling. Love is behavior. It's behavior. If you truly love this man and you truly love this woman, then show it, prove it to them in your actions, in the things that you do to your wife and to your husband. I would like to stop here now. I hope you have learned a lot. Please, you can leave us a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this topic. Do give us a like, share the video to those whom you think would need it. Till I come again another time, I remain your host, Moralai Hannah Oputi. Until we meet again, I say